Hey everybody, it's Meg. I am back this week with a new video update for you guys. This week kind of isn't going to be an update because all I have to say is that I've been very busy with school. I will say though that I do have a finished knitting project. I will get that to you guys in another update video. Because this week I want to talk about what I do for myself to keep my creative juices flowing. And what inspired this was an ask post on my Tumblr by a friend of mine. She was wondering how my book is coming along and was talking about how she's just getting back into her writing herself. And I decided to make a post, just a text post about this topic, the various things that I have going on creatively in my life, and I wanted to share that with the rest of you, those of you that aren't on my Tumblr. I didn't post it on my DA. I know I linked it on my Facebook, but I haven't shared it anywhere else, so I'm going to share it right now. The first thing that I do for myself especially in the writing, and especially now, I keep notebooks. I have a thing for paper and pencils. Obviously, writer kind of makes sense. But I typically take it everywhere I go. I take my notebook and my pencils everywhere I go, because if I didn't have it, first off, I would feel like something was missing, like I'd forgotten something, and I wouldn't have a way of entertaining myself necessarily if there was something that I went to that really wasn't that exciting. Of course, it depends on the company that I'm in. If it's with people that I highly respect, of course, I'm not going to take that out. But I always have it. Doesn't matter if I do it in the moment or not. I always have it. The other thing that I find really helpful is the notepad on this thing. Genius. I don't know who decided to put this notepad feature in cell phones, but my thanks to you, anonymous person, because you have made my life as a writer. Thank you for that. And the other thing that I do for myself to not just keep my creative flow going, but to have a place to put my writing is I make my own journals. And the reason I do that is because, first off, I'm a broke college student. I don't have a lot of disposable income. And second off, the paper that gets compiled over the semester, over the quarter, whatever system you're on, those potentially have bare sides on them, and that can be used. I mean, I don't know if I'm just being weird about being ecologically friendly or if it's just my obsession with the craft, but I tend to keep any printed material, doesn't matter the color of the paper, but anything that's printed material that has a backside that's not being used, I will save and use it for my journals. And in fact, the journal that I have going at the moment is exactly like that. So that's what I do especially in the writing, that's how I have all these places to write in, if that makes any sense. Now, as far as putting ideas to paper, I try and make a few minutes every day to write it down, but sometimes, like, it's really busy and I can't really sit down and do anything, hence the notepad, phones. But if you don't have that feature, which I don't know what kind of phone you're using, I always, yeah, again, keep a little pad of paper. If you have a little purse, just keep it in there with a pen. You'll probably be using the pen for other things anyway. There's that. I also, as you well know, if you're on my DA, you'll know that I knit, you'll know that I render fractals, you'll know that I'm obviously doing YouTube and blogging this way as well. A lot of the times, if I'm kind of like, oh, I don't have an idea of what to write, I'll go on my Tumblr, and I don't know if you don't go on Tumblr all that often, you might not understand this, but I love it for the fact that it's very heavily image-based, meaning because my brain works very visually, and I've gotten so many ideas from just reading stuff on Tumblr, from looking at things on Tumblr. So Tumblr is a huge inspiration to me, and that's obviously where this video got inspired by, so cool beans for Tumblr. Now, going back to the fact that I knit and, you know, I make my own journals and stuff like that, I get stifled very easily. You know, if I'm just stuck on one thing, it's like knitting all the time. I can do that. I can knit for hours, but after a while it's like, this is the same 2 stitches over and over. Oh, let's do something else. I get restless easily, basically. So I have to have multiple things going on at once. Also, another thing that helps is music. I listen to a lot of music. You'll know this by the fact that I recommend music occasionally in each video. And I'm always looking for new stuff because it's inspiring to me. Music is inspiring to me. And it also helps that my brother plays a bunch of instruments. My dad plays a bunch of instruments. I played a bunch of instruments, but have now kind of moved away from it because of classes. So I have a lot of things that I do for myself, and being creative is the most important thing, besides getting my education, besides finding a place for myself. Being an artist and being creative is my life, and I don't know how else to live. I don't know how else to live but to live a creative lifestyle. So I know this video has been rambly, and oh look, there's Derp in the red shirt. But I hope that this helps at least one person. If you have any other questions about the kinds of things I do, or if you want to check my stuff out, of course, you know the basic links I'm going to be giving you. My DA, my Tumblr, my Twitter, and my Instagram. This week I'm going to hold off on doing book, music, and channel recommendations. I don't know if I'm going to have those for the next couple of videos. So just stay tuned. Also, back to the writing thing. I am super close. Oh my god, so close. So close to getting my book released. I don't actually have a date yet, because I am meeting with a friend to put the final touches together, and we'll see where it goes from there. I will say, however, that I am in the works for some new concepts, but that's down the line, so don't ask about those yet. Yeah, I think that's about it. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or feedback that you'd like to share with me, leave them below. Of course, my ask box on my Tumblr and my comment box on DA are wide open. So get in touch. Love you all. Thank you for being so supportive. And I will see you next week. Mwah, mwah. Love you. Bye.